At the southern tip of Africa, beneath skies that stretch to the horizon, a new chapter in cycling's story begins. 7 days and 786 kilometres, a journey of dreams, dust and discovery. Set against the backdrop of vastly contrasting landscapes, a gravel stage race begins in lush coastal forests, traverses the breathtaking semi-desert of the Great Karoo over rugged mountain passes, into pristine, wild and iconic African bushveld. The treasures of nature are revealed, and it all culminates where the Big Five roam free, at Shamwari Private Game Reserve. It's a true pro-am field, bringing together some of the world's best riders and intrepid amateurs, each ready to be tested on a scale the gravel cycling world has not yet seen. At the end of the day's endeavours, night falls. It's a full immersion into the unique hospitality of the Karoo. Firelight, flavours and the hidden secrets of the land. When the sun sets on Burn Camp, something extraordinary ignites. This is Nedbank Gravel Burn. The inaugural edition of Nedbank Gravel Burn attracted some of cycling's global elite. Grand Tour stage winners, Olympians and national champions, including 2023 Paris-Roubaix FAM winner Alison Jackson. Third in the Lifetime Grand Prix Series in 2025, Melissa Rollins.
I'll race as hard as I can. I like climbing in the mountains, and I think an aspect to gravel is learning how to deal with your equipment, and that's something that I feel pretty confident in doing.
Three-time American champion Lauren Stevens.
This is definitely my kind of thing. I love racing gravel, but stage racing has always been my favorite discipline in the sport when I was road racing, so getting to do both combined is exciting.
Multidiscipline South African champion Hayley Preen.
I decided to do this race because I wanted to be a part of the first edition of the Gravel Burn. I was very excited about it from the very first fire start I went to, and I think it's a great way to end the season.
Women's World Tour star Ashley Moorman-Pasio.
I'm just really keen to be part of the first edition and the vibe. You can already feel it here in the village at the start. It's going to be super cool.
And double French champion Axel de Beauprevot were looking forward to the week.
It will be tough, for sure. Yeah, I think it will be really long race, brutal, but also beautiful organization, which is really good to finish the season.
They travelled from all parts of the world to experience this full-service gravel stage race in the most remote regions of South Africa. They may be rivals on the bike by day. Each night they eat, recover, and share the tales of the day by the fire, something seldom seen in any professional sport. A field of competitive riders, all burning with ambition, chasing their own reason to race. From the coastal town of Knysna through forests and Prince Alfred's Pass topping out at over 1,000 metres, Stage 1 is 84 kilometres with 2,050 metres of climbing, making it a truly testing introduction to the week. The pro women took to the wet roads of Knysna. Avontuur, 84 kilometres away, was the goal. 24 riders from 11 nations across various disciplines heading into the unknown at the inaugural Nedbank Gravel Burn. African champion Hayley Preen and four-time Olympian Ashley Moorman-Pasio were two of the 5 home country riders. After Samola Hill, a group of 8 rode through the Knysna forest, a damp day out on Stage 1. The Fiat Prince Alfred's Pass worked its magic, and just 4 were in front after 5 kilometres. Rollins, Preen, de Beauprevot and Moorman-Pasio, all looking for a chance to escape and fly to victory. Preen was a keen animator alongside Moorman-Pasio, but the African champion paid the price when she joined Rollins in dropping off the lead group. This left French champion de Beauprevot and Moorman-Pasio to battle it out. Moorman-Pasio is one of the world's finest climbers, but the French star matched her to the summit and down the descent to lead into the last kilometre. Overtaking was difficult, and Moorman-Pasio could not find a way past her in the twisty orchard segment, and Axel de Beauprevot powered to the line in Avontuur to become the first woman stage winner at Nedbank Gravel Burn. The battle lines were drawn after a thrilling Stage 1. Hayley Preen pipped Melissa Rollins for 3rd. Hayley Smith was 6:36 down in 5th. Despite the rain and cold in Avontuur, the riders were given a warm and enthusiastic welcome into the first burn camp.
Yeah, looking forward to a shower.
It's an adventurous race. There's a lot of newness. There's like the staying in the tents and in the camping. You have to have an adventurous spirit or at least an adaptability. I love riding in new spaces and places, and this just seems like just a wonderful part of the world. And the amount of wildlife that will be here. I mean, I got real jazzed about the idea of adventure.
After a chilly first night under canvas, day 2 dawned. Frosty but dry. Champagne gravel was on the menu for 108 kilometres to Willowmore. The Charlotte climb and descent at 26 kilometres would be a selection point. The final 28 kilometres of undulating Karoo roads led them to a short but potentially decisive technical trail before the finish in Willowmore, followed by a transfer to Graaff.
108 kilometers, 1,150 meters climbing, so not as intense as yesterday, and near blue skies. What more can we ask for?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm a bit afraid not to be attacked the whole day, so yeah, I will keep calm and let's see.
Avontuur school learners lent energy and enthusiasm to the start. After a quick roll out on tar, they hit the gravel out of Uniondale. Positioning was key going into the Charlotte climb. It was steep, rough and loose. Melissa Rollins was first to lose traction. Hayley Preen went a little further, but she too had to run her bike to the top. With the race leader back in a motivated chase group, the leading pair were caught on the gravel road by Debo Prevost, Olivia Hottinger, Hayley Smith and Mulman Passio. Lauren Stevens and Whitney Allison bridged across to swell the group. The long drag to the technical trails saw the group splinter. Rollins led Preen, Smith and the race leader over the railway line. The South African would later puncture, leaving 3 to sprint it out. Rollins looked headed for victory in Willowmore, but Debo Prevost caught Smith and then put in a massive kick to outsprint Rollins to take a second straight stage win. Karoo hospitality was at its best in Willowmore. Learners from the local schools created a welcoming vibe at the finish as riders rolled home. Top step and the Assos Ember leader jersey for Axel Debo Prevost. Rollins in second and Smith in third. It was very close in the top 5 on GC. They were separated by just 21 seconds. There was ample time and place to eat, recover, refuel and cool down for the riders before being transferred to the next burn camp in the jewel of the Karoo, Graaff. The 4th oldest town in South Africa, Graaff hosted the second burn camp. Stage 3 was 90 kilometres deep into the Great Karoo, where livestock and landscape exist in rugged harmony. Warm legs would relish the 43 kilometres of gradual but continuous climbing up to the stage high point at Conical Peak. A rough descent followed before more of the 1,450 metres of accumulated climbing led them to the Blaauwater farm for the first of 2 nights in a beautiful remote burn camp. The town is steeped in history as a traveller's refuge from the harsh semi-desert of the Great Karoo. The burn camp at Union High offered riders all they needed to prepare for Stage 3, healthy fuel to feed the body, and caring hands to soothe fatigued legs.
It's a beautiful day, so I'm excited for the weather because I have the feeling I'm learning every day 100 things, like not only on the bike, also off the bike. I'm really getting out of my comfort zone. I have to take care about my own material. Yeah, I'm just trying to soak everything in and just enjoy and learn every day.
It's really cool, just the whole vibe. I mean, today's race special day, seeing all people come out. And to be racing Gravel Burn and racing in the African events and showing off our beautiful country, I love that.
Sent away by the town mayor, the women set off on Stage 3. Just 13 seconds separated the leader Debo Prevost from Mulman Passio in second. The steady climb took a toll. The unfortunate Clara Koppenberg had to stop to repair a puncture. Precious time lost early on the stage. The steeper climb saw selections made at the front, with one of the best climbers in the world, Mulman Passio, showing her class. By the time they descended down the other side, a group of 8 was away and preparing to fight it out for the stage win at Blaauwater. Liane Giggler, the Austrian champion, was firing for the first time in the race. Green then had to stop and disentangle a stray length of fencing wire that had twisted around her front hub. Another piece of bad luck robbing the African champion of racing for a stage win. The remaining 7 hit the final climb. Giggler dropped off first. And then, from the very back of the pack, Lauren Stevens, the American champion, attacked and opened a significant gap to the rest of them. She held strong all the way to the line to take the win.
Yeah, we were a pretty small group, so I stayed towards the back coming in, and then just before I went at about 400 meters, I laid off the group so I could come by them with some speed. Now that we can forget about the rain and cold on day 1 and we have the nice sunshine, it's been a wonderful experience.
The Nedbank Gravel Burn brought a unique event to Blaauwater Farm, Night Burn. Riders had qualified on stage 2 at the Red Bull kilometre for the short lap race lit by blazing bonfires. Riders and crew gathered as spectators to witness this high-paced, adrenaline-fueled Chase the Fox criterium-style race as the riders were hunted down and picked off by none other than cycling superstar Tom Pidcock.
So the idea is a bit of a fox chase. Yeah, we have 35 riders, I believe. They set off, they have half a lap head start, and then last woman and man standing win. So I've got the hard job.
It's something new, it's something different. I don't think any stage race has ever had something like this. It's really rad.
How long do you think it's going to take Tom Pidcock to get you?
Very quick.
A vibey, fun night after a great day's gravel riding. Stage 4, the only loop stage of the race, was 111 kilometres into some of the most remote farmlands in the country. 5 climbs defined the stage, and they start early with Tafelkop and Leeuwkop. The mid-stage Kompas is a challenge, as is the descent, before Owl Hill and a return over Tafelkop.
We're very remote right now, and it's a very foreign landscape to me. I'm not used to being somewhere this open and this windy and just this rugged, I guess.
Yeah, it's still a long way to go, and I'm happy. I'm still wearing the jersey on day 4.
For the third day, the French champion's jersey was replaced by the Assos Ember leader jersey on Axel de Beauprevot's shoulders. It was still desperately close at the sharp end in the women's race. Ashley Montpassio just 12 seconds behind the race leader. A strong head and crosswind made for tough riding. In a move similar to her stage-winning strike a day earlier, Stevens launched an attack, but this time the group were wise to her and shut the American champion down. Once more, Preen was forced to stop, though this time just for a few seconds to remount her chain. But the biggest loser on the stage was the race leader. De Beauprevot suffered a double puncture and had to stop in the neutral tech zone in New Bethesda to effect repairs. In a tense last 20 kilometres, Hayley Smith hit the ground after a touch of wheels. The final climb saw German Clara Koppenberg drop. Rollins summited first and then bolted down the descent. Preen managed to get past Montpassio and Stevens and set off in pursuit of the leader. The South African got to within 3 seconds, but Rollins carried too much power and speed on the run to the line and claimed a first stage win in the shadow of the Finnish windmill.
I felt so good on the bike today. I really felt fire in my legs. I didn't know what happened. I just hear that psh, and I had a front puncture. I feel really strong, but not strong enough to close I think 20 minutes gap now. It's done. If I was good today, I will be good again tomorrow, and watch out for tomorrow. I will be really aggressive.
Melissa Rollins was 20 seconds ahead of Hayley Preen. It was tight all the way, with Smith recovering from her crash to finish just over a minute and a half back in 6th. De Beauprevot's misfortune saw the Assos Ember leader jersey pass to Ashley Montpassio. The French champion was down in 6th, 9 minutes and 21 down. Sunrise on day 5. For most, if not all, the Burn community, the 4 days of camping in Avontuur, Graaff and Blaauwater had been a rare but deeply fulfilling experience. Genuine Karoo hospitality had ensured that both local and international riders were fully immersed in the first Nedbank Gravel Burn. Stage 5 transitioned to Merino, 137 kilometres away. Over half the ride was on tar roads, but the sting in the tail came with a summit finish at the top of the Swanshoek Pass. It was a New Jersey day for leader Ashley Moman-Pasio.
It's always nice to be in a leader's jersey, and yeah, especially at a South African race. It's home territory, so yeah, I'm really happy to be in it and looking forward to the day.
The long straight tar road to the Warpatsberg Pass was taken at a conservative pace. As a result, a big group headed down the other side of the pass. Back on gravel, Alison Jackson attacked, the Canadian road champion giving a brief glimpse of the power and speed that carried her to victory at the Paris-Roubaix FAM 2 years ago. The GC group chased hard and caught Van Stokt on a stretch of tar along the Fish River. Jackson led into the Swanshoek Pass. Behind, the race ignited. Stevens attacked and was followed by De Beauprevot and Moman-Pasio. They were fighting for stage and GC honours, and they soon passed Jackson. Moman-Pasio had a small fall. She remounted swiftly, while up ahead De Beauprevot sportingly slowed and called her back. For the next few kilometres, they matched each other pedal stroke for pedal stroke. Stevens, meanwhile, was inching closer. The decisive move came at the last steep kilometre when De Beauprevot surged away from the race leader. A defiant move and a sign that she was after more than just the stage win. The disappointment of Stage 5 was swept away by a brilliant third stage win to establish herself as the strongest woman at the Nedbank Gravel Burn. In third, behind Stevens, Moman-Pasio was disappointed but realistic.
To be honest, yesterday, just before going to sleep, I was like, what the f I'm doing here? I want to go home. I was doing so well, and I felt like it's unfair.
Positioned at the foot of the pass, the Merino burn camp was a truly stunning place to spend night 6. The Nedbank Gravel Burn exceeded riders' expectations.
Well, I just love an adventure and I love a challenge, and my favourite way to see a new place is by bike. So this ticked all the boxes. I knew it was going to be pretty hard, and that is part of why I signed up. But also I knew I'd see all this amazing scenery, and getting to the burn camp on the first day was a real highlight because I had no idea it was going to be this luxurious, basically. Like, they'd set up a bar and they had a DJ, and the catering is absolutely amazing. And you're in the middle of nowhere. I just didn't expect it at all.
The fire at night and the vibes and the tents and this kind of production, the scale of it is just so unbelievable that it's hard to take it in, and it actually takes a few days to kind of settle into it.
The crew and the team could not be more helpful and happy to be here and pleasant and excited for all of us. The facilities have really been great. I've been sleeping well. I really am very comfortable and happy.
The Queen stage at the Nedbank Gravel Burn was stage 6. At 144 kilometres, it was the longest of the race with 1,700 metres of climbing. Darkerboorte and the Reinet Pass were the big challenges the riders would deal with. However, due to the fickle weather and gusting high winds, the decision was taken to neutralise the stage. This was done in the best interests of the riders, and the decision was welcomed by the field. While they didn't race the course, all the riders still got to fully experience the entire 144 kilometres. It was a special day with dramatic landscapes, remote roads and lush farms. The general classification saw Melissa Rollins 4 minutes and 20 seconds behind the Assos Ember Leaders jersey. Hayley Breen was 2 minutes and 11 behind the American, while Axel de Beauprevot was 8:54 behind Moman-Pasio. A grand finish at Shamwari Private Game Reserve awaited on stage 7. 111 kilometres would flash by in a whirl of emotion and game sightings before Nedbank Gravel Burn legends were celebrated at the spectacular burn camp in the heart of Big 5 territory.
I'm just hoping for a smooth ride, that luck's on my side, and yeah, I'd really love to bring this jersey home for South Africa.
The final haunting Karoo horn call to race. And the women headed off. Chance for some to savour South Africa and all its beauty a final time. Montpassio's task was to mark the moves of her closest rivals. Relishing the chance to move up on GC, de Beauprevot set the early pace. Her initial goal to put Stevens in fourth under some pressure, while also eyeing a fourth stage win. When Rollins flattered in Zwartwaterskloof, the French champion stopped to offer assistance, the mark of a true sportswoman. However, Rollins had deeper problems, and de Beauprevot pressed on to join the lead group. Absent was Ashley Montpassio, who had lost over 10 minutes in trying to repair a puncture. She was on a desperate solo mission to save her Assos Ember Leaders jersey. What a dramatic turn of events on the final stage. Seeing she was missing from the group but unaware of the seriousness of the leaders' problems, Axel de Beauprevot drove a fearsome pace to split the lead group. Only Lauren Stevens and Hayley Preen could respond to the stunning attack, and the trio began putting time into the chase group. Almost unbelievably, the overall title was up for grabs, with less than 40 kilometres of the entire week's racing remaining. That was until de Beauprevot gave another display of power and simply rode Preen and Stevens off her wheel. She entered Shamwari's Proctor's Gate with a lead of over a minute. That margin kept increasing with every pedal stroke, and with it, the almost unthinkable had happened. She became the virtual leader of the race, with Montpassio over 15 minutes adrift. Through some good fortune, sheer determination and single-minded willpower, the French champion had turned her race around. Urged on by her partner Hugo Drescher, she charged across the line to take the stage win in sensational fashion. Axel de Beauprevot finished just over 4.5 minutes ahead of Stevens, Preen and Koppenberg. That put Axel de Beauprevot in the final GC lead by 2 minutes and 7 seconds from Melissa Rollins. Hayley Preen was just 8 seconds back in third, and an unlucky Montpassio in fifth.
It was another chaotic day for everyone. I just went full gas from I think kilometers 70 to the finish line. I saw Hugo waiting for me. I thought I was out of GC now, so yeah, it was an amazing feeling. Kept fighting, and I thought, yeah, anything can happen. Yeah, I did it.
High emotions all round, and heartache for Ashley Montpassio, denied a home victory in the inaugural Nedbank Gravel Burn by cruel luck. A proud and graceful champion, she will surely return to try again. The Shamwari Burn camp was buzzing with emotional energy and rhythmic beauty after what was for each and every rider a week to remember.
It was so fun to do a stage race on gravel. Like, I think so many of these ladies haven't done that before, or a stage race in general. And so it was just really neat to have that experience.
It's been wild. We've been thrown everything we possibly could have. But it's been special. I've loved it. There's been a bit of everything, and yeah, hopefully I'll be back next year.
7 days, 786 kilometers, 6 burn camps with highly diverse landscapes, plus unusually contrasting weather, and an artistic and authentic South African prize presentation. The inaugural Nedbank Gravel Burn really did have it all. 47 women raced in the 7 age group categories. Carlotta Fondries, daughter of road world champion Maurizio, showed the apple didn't fall far from the tree. Violanta Rominger from Switzerland and Namibia's Melissa Hintz were winners, as were Michelle George, Nicole Weir, Monica Glover and New Zealander Carol McCullum. The top 3 after a week of thrilling racing in the pro women's category saw Hayley Preen in third, Melissa Rollins in second, and the first winner of the women's race at Nedbank Gravel Burn, Axel de Beauprevot, who took home the Firestarter, one of 2-of-a-kind titanium trophies inlaid with 42 grams of pure gold. The inaugural Nedbank Gravel Burn will hold a precious place in the hearts and minds of those who are part of a remarkable week. Racers and riders from multiple disciplines and countless countries delivered fierce racing, showed resilience and dealt bravely with adversity. They enjoyed the beauty of the Great Karoo and remote bush. Through it all, they celebrated as one, as the original Nedbank Gravel Burn community.